You are now listening to the sounds of Dr. B's Spot, a production of Bowden Enterprise Services, LLC. Join the podcast where love and life topics are discussed surrounding spiritual connection, relationships, finance, and becoming a better you through elevation. And now, here's your host, spiritual advisor and behavioral health clinician, Dr. B.
Welcome back to another session of Dr. B's Spot, Love and Life. I'm your host, your spiritualist, your therapist, Dr. B. We are back in business and back in action. Thank you for joining me on today. It's always a pleasure that you drop by to listen in. Don't forget, follow, like, subscribe, comment, share on my content. Every content piece that I drop, please do it. You're helping me as well as helping yourself. Now, are you ready? Topic of the moment is called Leaving 2023 Behind and Stepping into 2024 Renewed. I want to let you know that even though I'm dropping this message in 2023 for year 2024, it will apply to all years. It's the meaning of the message you will use and apply to your life over the ongoing years to come. So don't take this message for these specific years. Please use it throughout because it's going to be very helpful to you. Now, over the past week or so, I began to reflect on the past, which brought me into the future. Sometimes we create New Year's resolutions that we attempt to follow, but fall short, and we repeat those cycles because it's a familiar pattern. In the new year, we say one thing and then we do the opposite. That is because we are not preparing in the old year before the new year arrives. We have not made proper preparation, so we end up falling short of our receivables in the new year. We also think we have time to make it up in the next following year, but when we look back, time has passed and we cease to gain the time that was lost. So as I began to reflect on all of this, a special message was dropped by one of my favorite prophets, Prophet Lovey Elias, for year 2024. Now, I'm going to read just a small piece on what he said, and then I'm going to interpret it in my own way. He said, for 2024 to be amazing, show me your friends and I'll show you where you are going. You can never become a fisher of men if the people you are with have not increased your skill in fish catching. If the group of people you are with are not increasing you in knowledge and not inspiring you, they are not pushing you. Love them from a distance, or else 2024 will be like every other year you experienced before. There are certain companies, if you keep the voice of God, you won't hear, because God will not prosper you and your enemies that will fight you tomorrow. Now, everything he said in this message was confirmation to my spirit. This goes across the board for any relationship in your life that you have cultivated and nurtured. And in return, they may not reciprocate the same desires you have in excelling them, and they in return give you bare minimum or mediocre crumbs. In 2024, there will be none of that. How can you keep these type of folks around you and want the blessings that God has for you when they are seething at your lifestyle and attempting to block your blessings? If you don't notice them or you turn a blind eye toward them, I'm letting you know God is all seeing, all knowing. So just having them just in the midst of you, you are failing. If the people who surround you is not supportive of the will you're destined to be in, they must be removed. Every time God removes someone from my life, I'm accepting it without resistance because it's his will, not theirs. Some of you all think that when someone says they're removing you from their presence in their life, that they are doing it themselves. It's actually the move of God. He has his hand in the mix. He's elevating you higher. Don't let the enemy trick you. Let thy will of God be done. If those same people can't show you mercy or gratitude for all the years you have invested in them and directed their path, and they have nothing but negative things to say about you to your face as well as behind your back, let him remove those backstabbers. Those same betrayal antics would not follow you in 2024. They actually believed your bad outweighed your good when it should be your good outweighing your bad. Those that bit your hand that you fed will not reap from your rewards any longer. This is for every miserable person who tried to dim your light so that they could shine. Every hypocrite who tried to change you so that you could feel better about themselves. Every person who tried to make you feel like the things you believed in didn't matter and make you feel like you were worthless. I cast and bind every demon that tried to attack your life from you excelling in 2023 and prior years. In this upcoming year, 2024, whatever was submitted to you for you to lose faith, fill your body with sickness, lose your mind, become depressed, have your heart break, and cause you to weep. Just know joy comes in the morning. Some of you all, God sent certain individuals in your lives to be a blessing and a guide to you, but you had so many demons encasing your mind and surroundings that you couldn't even recognize who the angels were versus who the devils were. You allowed the enemy to trick you so he could become the center of your world and not the angels to guide and bless your life. Repentance is upon you and forgiveness is granted. Under the sound of my voice from now to the present 2024, every curse is now reversed. Everything done against you is returned back to sender. Behold, you are renewed and standing on a new foundation in 2024. 2024 is an even year. There's nothing odd about those numbers. 2024. Don't worry about what you've lost because it's about to be magnified and given anew and made whole. Your tears and cries were never left unnoticed. Every tear shall be wiped. Every loss shall be a gain. Every gift that you thought you missed will be given to you. Have the spiritual eyes to see, the heart to forgive and love, the ears to hear, the brain to intunely tap in. May peace be unto you. Be blessed with less stress. Much love, Dr. B.
Join us next time at Dr. B's Spot, where we dive into the real deal of love and life by tapping into your body, mind, and spirit. Don't forget to like, rate, and comment on each podcast that we drop. For all upcoming shows, reach Dr. B and all she has to offer on BowdenEnterprise.com and social media outlets under the moniker Bowden Enterprise Services. Peace and blessings to you and yours. We are out.